잘 봐. 네 영웅놀이의 결과가 어떤 건지.
Okay, finally, after 3 good years of waiting for the second season of Squid Games, ladies and gentlemen, Netflix finally did their thing yesterday. Netflix released the season 2 of Squid Games yesterday, and ladies and gentlemen, of course I immediately jumped on it because I am a huge fan, and I don't know if it's just me, but I am one of those people that enjoys watching it in, the actual original dialect. Yes, I do not watch the English version. I watch the Korean version because I want to feel everything. I want to feel everything they're feeling. And yes, I know that I have been MIA from this channel for the longest time, but I just could not hold back from coming to spill about about the show. And yes, I know that it's a newly released season and a lot of you are yet to see it, so don't worry, I'm not going to give you unnecessary spoilers. I won't, yes, but I'm just going to give you guys just a hint of what to expect, because trust me, though I was really disappointed that this season did not end as expected, that's the best way I can put it. Yes, this season did not end as expected, but there were a lot of newness, there was a lot of freshness, to it, and it was quite refreshing, to be watching the show or the series from an entirely different angle. As a matter of fact, from multiple angles. Yes, and at this point, I think I'm gonna go back to watch the first season, just so that I can get back into that Squid Game zone. Yes, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, on this video, I'm just going to give you hints on what to expect in the new season. I know a lot of you are gunning to bite off my head for going MIA for the longest time. Don't worry, we're going to be converging here tomorrow by 3 p.m. WAT for our YouTube live conversation, for our community gathering. Guys, there's a lot I want to tell you, and I cannot wait to meet with all of you tomorrow, all right? And tomorrow's live is going to serve as the last live stream, more like the end of the year live stream for the year 2024, all right? And there's a lot of introspection to be done. There's a lot of stories to tell. But for now, we're going to jump right into this video. Please watch to the end. Give this video a thumbs up, like this video, do not miss out on any part, all right? And of course, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into it. First things first thing you need to expect about the season 2 of Squid Games. It did not end as expected, yeah. So what does that mean? There's gonna be a 3rd season. Now, I'm excited about it, but quite frankly, not really excited, because I'm not really a huge fan of movies or series that stretch out into more than 5 seasons. The moment it's more than 5 seasons, I get really exhausted, I get stressed out, I get tired. And no matter how good okay, let me not say no matter how good, because hey, come on, Game of Thrones, I followed it to the end. Yes, and I'm gonna watch it again and again and again and again and again. If they bring out new seasons now, I'm gonna follow it. Yeah, but yeah, so maybe Squid Games is gonna be just another movie or whatever that if they pan into 5 seasons, I'm gonna possibly watch. Yes, but we're expecting a 3rd season, and according to the producers, it's going to be coming right up in the year 2025. So when, they did not specify, but yes, we're not going to wait for another 3 years like we did, with the first season. Yeah, so that's the first thing you need to know. Now, the second thing you need to know is the winner of the first season actually went back. Yes, like this dude, he went away with over 40 billion, right? Went and bought a whole space, motel, kept the money in one room, and decided to go back to play hero. I mean, who does that? Over 40 billion, and you go back to play hero. You spend 2 years, or is it 2 years or 3 years? You spend 2 years or 3 years searching for these people that are the creators of the game, that are the organizers of the game. You spend, like, instead of you to spend that money bettering your life, spend that money enjoying yourself, taking care of your daughter that you don't have custody of. You spent most of that, like, the money is still a lot, guys, according to what we saw in the movie, but this dude decided to go back. Like, why would I want to go back? Why? I will not go back. This guy went back. He went back into the island. He went back into the game. Yes, of course. He struck a deal, yeah, with the man in the mask. And the two came back. And it was so, I don't know, funny but not funny that most of his plans did not really work. Yeah, I don't want to give you the details, but this guy went back to play hero. And of course, he met a lot of obstacles. And we're going to find out the consequences of his actions in season 3. But we actually saw one of those consequences, towards the end of this season 2. And it was really sad. Guys, it broke me. It tore me to pieces. I was really sad. And right now, I cannot wait for season 3 to come. Yeah. So he went back to play hero, and there were very, very dire consequences, which we're going to find out in season 3. Now, another thing to expect in this new season is variety. Yes, that was what really sold the season 2 of Squid Games to me. I was completely sold out myself to the season because there were just a lot of spices, here and there. Now, what do I mean? Unlike in season 1, where we get to learn more about the stories of the key characters, that constitute the players of the games, in season 2, that myth about the people behind the mask was kind of broken, to a further extent. Now, in season 1, it was broken to some extent, but in season 2, we got more depth to their stories. We got to even meet and learn a bit more about the story of one of the snipers, those machine guns that, protrude their head in the first game, where people are just eliminated, without notice or without warning. Yeah, we get to find out that, these were actually real human beings that have been mobilized as the army for the game itself. Yes, and it was quite intriguing to find out that these are actually regular people like you and I, like even the players. And some of them are wretched. They are not really rich. They're actually really poor. And it goes to show you about the mindset of the creators of the game, of how insane they are, of how much of a predator they are, that they really, really pry on the gullibility of the vulnerable, of the financially wrecked in the society, where that you don't really have a choice and you're down to nothing, you're down to zero. They prey on those people, and those are the people that they bring into the system, either in front of the firing squad or behind the firing squad. Yes, so that was quite intriguing, and it was quite interesting, to learn more about most of these characters. So the focus wasn't only on the winner of the first season, who is the main character. No, we had multiple plots about the different characters, that made up the cast members of this new season, and that made it more exciting. You know what they say about variety being the spice of life? Yes, variety was definitely the spice of the season, and I totally loved it. Another very interesting part of this new season is something that Netflix enjoys doing in most of their major shows or movies or series on their platform. Yes. Now, I'm not speaking from the angle of prejudice or anything, no, but it's just something I have noticed over time about Netflix, and I thought I should mention it, all right? So in the season 2 of Squid Games, there is a transgender character with a very interesting storyline. And that person turned out to be one of my favorite characters in the entire season. Yes. I don't want to give you too much spoilers about this particular person, but I kind of questioned why this person was a part of the season in the first place. Yeah. And another thing is the reason they gave for that person being a part of the games, quite frankly, it wasn't really compelling to me. I felt like Netflix just decided to sneak in that person, like just insert the person, to which is probably a part of their inclusivity program that they've been doing for a while now, in support of the LGBTQ plus community, which in my frank opinion, I'm not really bothered about. But about that person's storyline, about why the person decided to accept the invitation and be a part of the Squid Games, it wasn't really compelling enough, but as I mentioned before, that character ended up becoming one of my favorite characters, because of how hard that person fought for their freedom. Guys, that character, I can't really remember the person's name right now. That person was just outstanding. I loved that person. That person was really outstanding. So look out for that person. The last thing you should be looking forward to in the season 2 of Squid Games are the plot twists. Yeah. There seems to be some very, very subtle twists and turns. Yes, not right there in your face, but a lot of twists and turns. But then there's a very, very glaring, let me say, plot twist, or should I say irony of situation, on the part of our main character. I think his name is Gi-hun. Yes, that's the winner of the first season. It was just right there in his face all along. The same plot twist that happened in the first season that us, the viewers, were not really aware about, it happened again. It repeated itself again in season 2. And this dude was simply in the dark. He had no freaking idea what was going on. Guys, I don't want to tell you about it, but you totally need to watch it for yourself to get the real gist. But generally, what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of subtle twists here and there. And there are a lot of pointers, so that you don't get too confused about the game. So watch out for all of that, and trust me, you will not be disappointed. And then finally, one major thing you totally need to look forward to are the games. Now, because of how robust the plot was for the season 2 of Squid Games, we're only able to experience 2 new games. Okay, not just 2 new games. Okay, let's say 2 rounds of new games. The first one remains the the first one as we saw in the first season, but the second 2 rounds were genius. Guys, I don't know how they came up with those games, but they were just genius. One of those games reminded me of stones. We used to call it stones, that we used to play as a child, and was just, guys, it was nostalgic. Yes. So kudos to the producers, the creative team of Squid Games. These people are amazing. They are fantastic. I totally love how innovative they are with, the games, because I felt like it was going to be boring if there's a new season and, the winner of the first season is going back and he's going back to play the same set of games. No, these people decided to twist everything. They switched it up right quick. They switched up everything. And I think this is going to make up my last point about what to expect. I know I've mentioned 2 last points, but this is going to be the final point of what to expect for this new season. All right. So if you were expecting that it was the same games that was played in the first season, listen, prepare your mind for something different, right? It's different games for this new season, yes. But was I really shocked at the repercussions for the players not really getting it right? Yes. Well, I would say I wasn't really shocked, maybe because I was encountering Squid Game for the first time in the first season. And so this new season, I just knew right away that, yeah, players who did not win or get through that stage were going to end up dying anyways. I think it kind of reduced the shock factor for me. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to stop talking right now. Squid Game season 2 is a fantastic movie or series, and best believe you're going to enjoy this new season. and I cannot wait for season 3 of the movie or series, whatever it is. But yeah, if you have seen it already, let me know your favorite moments. Let me know if you have any disappointments. Let me know if this new season was up to your standard at all. Let me know if you enjoyed it and if you're looking forward to a 3rd season. All right, but all of that said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow during our YouTube live conversation. Do not miss out. Please make it a date with us. All right, and this is where I'm going to stop yapping for now. Thanks for watching, and bye.